Scene one, Apple, take one. What time is it?
You want to get high?
That's right.
She caught me smoking. Ooh, she caught me smoking. Ooh, she caught me smoking, smoking. Ooh, she caught me smoking. Ooh, she caught me smoking. Ooh, she caught me smoking. It's a motherfucking podcast.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome into another episode of Oops Caught Me Smoking, and thank you for clicking that play button. And as you can see, when you clicked on the link, something new, something a little bit new. Another new logo. Yes, that's right. Another new logo. I must be bored. But we have another new logo out there for you guys. It's pretty dope. I love it. Yes, I designed it myself. So thank you. Thank you very much. Pretty dope. Thank you. Greatly appreciated. And if you haven't caught the last episode of The Real Boys, we kind of went on a whim last week on Friday, I want to say. Friday. We went on a whim and went live for a review of Zack Snyder's The Director's Cut of the Justice League, which was amazing, by the way. If you haven't went over to HBO Max and checked that out, I suggest you do so, because that episode was fire. That whole fucking movie was fire. It was a movie, not an episode. That whole movie was fire. And it was amazing. It was way better than the original Justice League. It was about an hour and a half. We'll say an hour, about an hour longer than the other one, but it was amazing. So if you haven't went and checked that out, I suggest you do so. And if you haven't went and checked out the Real Boys review on Zack Snyder's Director's Cut of the Justice League, then jog on over to YouTube and check it out. The Real Boys. That's REEL, as in real, as in movie, real, the Real Boys. So go check that out. A little play on words for you. But go check that out on YouTube and iTunes and Apple Podcasts and wherever you like to get your podcasts. But not Spotify for some reason. Spotify doesn't like us right now for some reason. But we're about to fix it. We're going to fix it, Spotify listeners. So don't you fret. You'll have some episodes to catch up on. So that's amazing. That episode, I would keep calling it an episode. That movie was amazing. So go check that out. And you're also going to see something new because the Saturday Smoke Session didn't air. You're like, Dan, what happened to the Saturday Smoke Session? Well, I'm going to tell you. The Saturday Smoke Session is now just going to be called The Smoke Session, and it's going to be integrated into this show. So you will get The Smoke Session right here. It'll pretty much take up the last half hour of the show. So half hour to 45 minutes of the show. So there you go, guys. So I'm going to bring you one episode a week, but it's going to be like an hour to an hour and a half long. So I hope you're all ready. But yeah, it was great. We had Wize from the Stuck in My Mind podcast. We have him coming on a little later on in the show. So stick around and we'll have some fun with him. But anyways, on to first things first. First things first. We got the new logo. I had the Real Boys. We jogged that out, and I explained the Smoke Session to you. We're on track here, guys. We're on track. Now, I wanted to say something because I had a Smoke Session with Zach Wiseman just on last Saturday. It was the last Saturday Smoke Session. Good job, Zach. He was on the last episode of the Saturday Smoke Session, and we were talking about dreams. And that very night, I had a dream. I can't remember it. I did remember it for a minute. It was like one of those things where you wake up and you're half asleep and half awake. Because I woke up and got up and walked to the bathroom. I was still like half zonked out, but I was awake, coherent. And just something popped in my mind. I couldn't tell you what it was. It was just a funny dream. And I remember thinking to myself, I need to write this down. I have to write this down. And and as soon as I got done peeing, I apparently woke up enough to where my dream was just into thin air. Disappeared. Gone. Can no longer remember it. From what I remembered 30 seconds ago, I could not remember. It was amazing. I had lost my dream. I had actually witnessed myself losing a dream. I just wanted to share that with you guys. Because me and Zach talked about that, and we don't dream. And if we do dream, if stoners do dream, it's not very often. And it was pretty much a rare opportunity for me to jot down a funny dream and share it with you guys. But then, as soon as my eyes open, it was gone. As soon as I was fully awake, it was gone. So for that, I apologize. And we are back on TikTok finally. Yay! I think I had me a Karen. I think me had me a Karen, or the male version of Karen, like I like to call a Carl. So I think I either had a Karen or a Carl flagging all my posts, but we took care of that. Don't worry about that. So hopefully TikTok, that was the situation where I just had a Karen or a Carl blocking and flagging my posts for no reason whatsoever. But I think I took care of that situation. I did post on TikTok earlier today. It was just a little intro for a little test run. We'll do some dabs or something. I don't know. I'll do some funny content on there for you guys, just to bring you into the podcast, just to fish people into the podcast, into the YouTube, into the Spotify, in the iTunes, in the Google, and Stitchers, and Amazon. And now, before we get any further into this, let's show you guys what we're smoking on. Roll that footage.
Horchata is an evenly balanced hybrid strain, 50% Indica/50% Sativa. Created through crossing the delicious Mochi Gelato X Jet Fuel Gelato strains. Just as delicious as the drink it's named after. Horchata will have you begging for more after just one taste. This bud has a sweet and fruity berry flavor with a creamy overtone that has just a touch of light spices. The aroma is a little spicier, with a peppery effect that's accented by sugary sweet and fruity berries. The horchata is just as refreshing, with heavily cerebral effects that will kill any mental aches or pains. You'll feel an immediate heady rush a few minutes after your final toke, filling you with a euphoric creativity and motivation to get jumping on your to-do list. A relaxing body high accompanies this lift, filling your body with an expansive calm that's free of any pain. These effects and its high 23 to 24% average THC level make horchata ideal for treating the experienced patient suffering from chronic pain, depression, chronic stress, or anxiety and PTSD. This bud has super dense and lumpy minty green nugs with lots of thin orange hairs and a coating of tiny frosty milky amber crystal trichomes.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. I have broken out Rosé. She is back from the retirement shelf, and we got some ice in her today just to make it a little bit more smooth. But today we are smoking on some horchata. From that beautiful weed footage you saw there. I got a new phone, so my pictures are about to be a hell of a lot better come next week. So, but from that beautiful weed footage there, you see horchata from Local Grove. I bought this out of from Puff's Cannabis Company, as you can see from a video I posted earlier after I bought all the stuff from Puff's. So you go check that out on Facebook if you haven't checked it out. But anyways, I have some horchata here. Horchata. It is good for PTSD, stress, anxiety, and depression. Looking at my notes down there. Here to do it. And it is an upper, guys. So for all you creative people out there, all you creative podcast creators, all you creative podcasters, artists, musicians, whatever, this is a creator for you. This is good for creative people. It brings out the creativity in your thoughts. So hopefully it helped me out on this podcast today. We'll see. We'll see. But this tastes so good. So good. Very, very earthy. I want to say earthy. Like, it tastes earthy to me. I don't know. I know what the beautiful weed footage told you, but this tastes earthy to me. A little citrusy, some pine, but more earthy. It's more of an earthy tone. And I'm not going to lie to you. It's very tasty. It tastes amazing. I would definitely go buy this again. It is good, but you're going to be paying $60 an eighth for it. Just saying. $60 an eighth. Out the door. Well, plus tax and all that good jazz. But anyways. On to the Gorilla Glue story. The Gorilla Glue girl. She is back in the news. Back in the news again, and you won't believe why. Now, come on. You had a GoFundMe page because you put Gorilla Glue in your hair, bitch. What the you put Gorilla Glue in your hair, and you made money off of it, and now she's trying to profit even more. Check this out, guys. Check this fucking shit out. First of all, you're stupid enough to put Gorilla Glue in your hair. You knew it was Gorilla Glue. It says it so right on the fucking bottle, and it's not for fucking hair. Well, gorillas have hair. Maybe it's to glue the gorilla hair back on the gorilla. Maybe it'll work for my track. Nope. You got yourself a fistful of head. Fistful of hair. Like hard clumping hair. Like a jizzed up Ken doll. Clump full of hair. Not only did she make money off of everyone that donated to her, apparently. If you're one of those people that donated to this stupid idiot, you're just as dumb as she is. Just as dumb as she is. I pray for you. I pray that you get through life okay. But anyways, not only did this chick make money off of everybody else, but she has t-shirts now that are out for sale. Fucking t-shirts with her face on them. Her face on them. Get this. A t-shirt costs $28. Come on, guys. My t-shirts don't even cost that much. $19.99 over at Teespring. Don't buy yet, though, because I'm still designing. But my t-shirts aren't even going to cost that much. $19.99 can do to $28. And let me tell you something. My t-shirt isn't going to have what this girl has on hers. And I'm going to tell you about it here in a second. And it's $50 for a sweatshirt. I don't even know if it's a hoodie. I think it's just a sweatshirt. And it's $45 for a pair of sweatpants. So for the whole sweatsuit, you're paying $95 for a sweatsuit. I suggest you go stick to the Walmart route and just pay that $30 for both. The clothing range includes outfits with her photo from her TikTok video, with then her locked solid hair and the words "bonded for life" on it. So basically there's a picture of her with a clump of hair, of her hair. It's actually her. It's her, and it says "bonded for life" on it. So she's trying to profit off of her stupidity. I guess if people are going to buy it, why not? They donated it to her. Other items feature a fucking cartoon drawing of her holding up a can of heavy-duty spray adhesive with the words, "Stiff, wear my hair. Stiff, wear my hair." It's not even the right wear. It's W-H-E-R-E. It's not W-E-A-R. It's W-H-E-R-E. Stiff, wear my hair. I can't believe this, guys. People are actually buying these shirts. Stiff, wear my hair. You can't. You're not even spelling the damn thing right, man. It's like you're not even trying anymore. Brown launched the line with posts on social media saying, feeling blessed and is already making a small fortune according to TMZ. Well, good for her, I guess. People are just being dumb. Just being dumb and fucking profiting off of stupidity. I don't fucking believe it. I don't believe it. So, yeah, I guess just keep donating to her and she'll keep doing stupid shit and we'll just keep giving stupid people more money. Power up to you, I guess. Stupid's going to run the world. We're heading towards idiocracy. You know the movie with Luke Wilson and Terry Crews and Mile Randolph and Zach and Dak Shepard? The movie Idiocracy. That's where we're heading towards. I pray for my son's future. I hope he's smart. I hope he's smarter than a hell of a lot of these motherfuckers out here because y'all stupid. Let's donate to this bitch that puts Gorilla Glue in her hair. And better yet, I'm going to contribute more to her cause by buying this dumbass t-shirt that has a misspelling of where on it. Matter of fact, if I see anybody wear that shirt, I'm going to smack it. I'm going to walk right up to you at Walmart, because you're probably going to be shopping at Walmart, and I'm going to smack the shit out of you. I'm going to smack the living shit out of you. Buy that shirt and wear it in front of me. I'm going to smack the living shit out of you. Jeez. And now, look, okay, we're heading towards more stupid because it's coming back. It's coming back. News feeds are coming back about this little stupid fucking story. Joe Exotic is still in prison. FYI, he's still in prison. He's not gonna get out anytime soon. But Joe Exotic reflects on a year since the Tiger King debuted. I got the story right here. I'm gonna read it to you. It's been a year since quarantine began, and a year before the Netflix series took the world by storm. Chronicling, why can't I say the word? Chronicling the life and times of self-proclaimed Tiger King Joe Exotic, former owner and operator of Exotic Animal Park, and the murder that took place at the zoo. I don't know what murder they're talking about. I watched the Tiger King, and I didn't. Carol Baskins, maybe? I don't know. Did Joe Exotic kill somebody? Is that why he's in prison? I thought he was in prison for putting a hit on Carol Baskins, but let's read on. A year later, and Joe says that his life in prison has been hell since the show aired. Speaking through his lawyer, John M. Phillips. See, you shouldn't trust that dude in the first place. As he serves his 22-year sentence, Joe said that it has been a year of pure hell since the Tiger King dropped. He also says that his former employees only collect money and talk shit to get on TV rather than help him as he did for them. I don't remember any, like, some bitch got her arm eaten off. Like, some bitch got her arm ripped off. How did you help her? You didn't get her an arm. You didn't replace that arm. She lost an arm. Some dude was addicted to meth and lost all of his teeth. How the hell did you help him? He lost all of his teeth. It's a good-looking cat until he smiled. The meth can take your teeth, but they never take your smile. In terms of his case, Joe is still adamant that he is innocent and that the truth will come out. The truth will come out, come hell or high water. They will all answer to perjury at some point, said Joe. Joe was still upset that he didn't get a pardon from President Donald Trump, as he was handing them out before he left office in December. Well, it was actually January, but close, Joe. Joe claims that Trump used me for advertisement and just left me here. Well, yeah, you're on trial for murder. Joe says he has faith. He has more faith in President Biden and Harris to do the right thing, not just for him, but for thousands serving long sentences for non-violent crimes such as conspiracy. Okay, I'm gonna quarterback this thing for you right here. Conspiracy. Non-violent crimes such as conspiracy. Think about it. Let me read you the definition of conspiracy. Conspiracy, a secret plan or scheme by a group to do something unlawful or harmful. That counts as violent, Joe. You belong in prison, bro. Enough said. You belong there. You belong where you're at. I hope you never get out. Oh my goodness. I hope you never get out, Joe. Stay there. We're gonna have Tiger King behind bars. AMC can do like a documentary on you. Or is it LMN that does all that shit? Or MCA, I don't know. If you're hearing this, Joe, I'm sorry. Not. Anyways, on to other news. A judge set bond Thursday afternoon for a man. Charleston International Airport police arrested after officers responded to a report of a fight on a plane during which a man's ear was allegedly bitten off. It wasn't Tyson and Holyfield, guys. Calm down. It wasn't Tyson and Holyfield. It wasn't them. Sit down. No, it wasn't them. John, I'm going to ruin this name. Yorklovich. I'm going to say Yorklovich. John Yorklovich was arrested and charged with possession with intent to distribute meth. Why did he bite someone's ear off then? Let's read on. Was arrested and charged with possession and intent to distribute meth based on total weight of the white crystal substance found in his pocket. How much did he have in his damn pocket? How much meth can you fit in your pocket? Without being noticed by, I don't know. Airport security is a joke anyway. 1.5 grams of meth was found. Okay, it was only 1.5. That's not really distribution weight, but whatever. It's not meth. It's cat tranquilizer, he shouted. It's cat tranquilizer. What kind of cat tranquilizer looks white and powdery? The victim, who suffered the laceration on his ear, told police that this was the guy that was bitten, apparently. Allegedly is the magic word. The victim, who suffered a laceration on his ear, told police that the man got up to use the bathroom, and when he came out, he seemed agitated and began screaming and thrusting. Well, that's what happens when you're on meth. He's screaming and thrusting. I guess the guy sitting down wouldn't know that, but while thrashing around, the victim was struck in the face, causing his glasses to cut his ear. So he wasn't bitten, he was cut in the ear, but punched in the face. A physician on the plane told cops to administer a shot of Benadryl to sedate the man. John. Benadryl? How are you going to sedate a man with Benadryl? Hey, shoot some tussin in his ass. Hey, you over there. Put some of that tussin on his ass. That'll put him on. I'll put him right out. Yeah, you put it. Yeah. Oh, grab that syringe. That's even better. Grab that needle too. Yeah. Shoot that tussin right in his ass. That'll put him right out. Oh God, that's great stuff. Oh, those some good stories for you guys today. Good stories. Horchata is amazing. Amazing. Cheers. Smoke it if you got it. I stole that line. Horchata's got some cotton balls. I got cotton balls like a motherfucker. But this shit is amazing. Horchata. How would you get close enough to the guy to shoot tussin in his ass? That's what I want to know. Because when you get close enough, you just have a needle and you're just like, who got a needle on the plane? That's more. I guess there's a first aid kit, right? There's got to be like some kind of like syringe on there. But you just like sneak up on him and shoot the tussin right in his ass. He's thrusting. He's thrashing. He's thrashing around and screaming and stuff. So you're probably going to get hit. You're probably not going to get him in the ass. He's probably going to hit you. He is probably going to hit you when Joe Exotic. Joe Exotic, you belong where you're at. That's when I say that. A brief summary here. Joe Exotic, you belong in prison. You are an evil son of a bitch. And I hope you have a terrible time while you're locked up in a penitentiary somewhere. And gosh, that's kind of pretty much all I got for Joe. I without saying anything inappropriate, because that's not my nature. I'm far enough in the podcast, I can say whatever the fuck I want now. It's too late. We've gone too far. We have gone too far, and Horchata's bringing me to that point. But that's amazing. That gorilla glue. I can't believe that. I'm gonna do something that's completely fucking retarded, and I'm just gonna do something that's crazy and blatantly stupid. I'm gonna sell T-shirts with my finger up my butt. No, I don't want to stick my finger in my ass. Let's do something like really, really dumb. I'm going to give myself a wedge. I don't want to do that either. Why is everything going up my ass? First is my finger, then it's my underwear. Fuck. No, I don't want nothing going up my ass. Shit, I'll plan something out stupid. I don't know. I can't do it. I can't bring see, that's hard. It's hard to bring yourself to that level of stupidity to where you can be profitable about it. Like this bitch put Gorilla Glue in her hair, and then she made a T-shirt about how stupid she is by announcing to the world, hey, I'm stupid because I can't spell. I hope she did it on purpose. I don't know why she would do it on purpose. What would be the point in other to tell people, hey, I'm backing up my stupidity by here's some more stupid. Let's throw some more stupid at you. All right, guys. It's smoke session time. Let's get on with it. What's up, everyone? Welcome into the smoke session. And today we have a special guest, Wize from the Stuck in My Mind podcast. Wize, how's it going, buddy?
What's going on, Dan, man? How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing, hanging in there.
Well, the last time I saw you, I guess it was for Indies. We've been communicating since then, but I think last time I saw you was on the Indie Podcast Summit, and I'm excited for this year's summit, actually.
Yeah, actually, we have the Real Boys, my other podcast. We have, which is me and 7 other people, where we review movies, and we have that's going to be on the Indie Pod Summit this year, and I gave up my Oops Caught Me Smoking spot for it, so hopefully people love it.
Well, why can't you do both? Because I'm sure they're still looking for. She's still got slots to fill.
Yeah, she said there's only limited spots, so I might have to pick between the two. I might be able to get to do both. Who knows? I hope so, but if not, the Real Boys, I'm willing to sacrifice for the Real Boys.
Listen, sometimes things come up and somebody has to step up. You never know. Oops, might get a shot. Might have to be called into duty and do a impromptu show.
Hey, I'm down for that too. But go ahead and take a few minutes and tell the people who you are, what your podcast is about.
Well, my name is Wize, and I am the host of Stuck in My Mind podcast. And it's basically me sitting down and having some conversations with sometimes I have celebrities on, sometimes I have entrepreneurs on, sometimes I'll have an author or someone counselor to just regarding just different topics. But the general topic of everything is just to have good and positive conversations, so that when people listen to what we're doing is, it resonates with them. They can either, for me, I guess people enjoy listening to me because I just be myself. When I talk to the people, I let them promote themselves, but for the most part, the conversation just goes organically. We just sit there, have a good conversation, and depending on the person, it can go anywhere from 30 minutes to one of the most recent ones I had was almost 2 hours. So it's fun, man. I'm having a great time.
Yeah, I usually I had a guest on his name is Phil Better, and he's from the Invest in Yourself, a digital entrepreneur podcast. And we went on for like almost an hour and a half just talking, and I ran out of airtime. So I had to kind of cut the episode short. I wish I didn't have to, but I did. And I just loved like, it was an organic conversation. I had a shitload of notes and questions I wanted to ask him, but I really only asked him like 2 or 3, and we just kind of just drifted off into a conversation. And that's kind of how podcasting is. It's pretty much improv. So like, if anybody
you're absolutely right.
Yeah, if anybody knows like any improv comedians out there, you'd probably be great at podcasting, because it's one big improv show. And I went ahead.
It's funny that you mentioned that, because someone's like, you know what, in order for me to really step out of my comfort zone, maybe I should learn maybe I should do like a 15-minute improv set. Like, and I'm not a comedian. I'm not a comedian whatsoever. But they said, just try it. Just do it, to step out of your comfort zone and just do something different that you've never done before. So
exactly. Yep.
I might just actually just go and do a set somewhere.
Yeah. Like I've dabbled briefly into the stand-up comedian scene for about like 45 people in a small town of Shields, Michigan. And this was about 10 to 15 years ago. But just getting up there and just doing a set is an adrenaline rush in itself. And it's nerve-wracking. It's very, very nerve-wracking. And just like beginning on podcasting can be the exact same thing, because some people aren't comfortable with their voice. They're not comfortable with how they look on camera. And you just kind of got to throw all that shit to the side and just do it.
Oh, absolutely, man. Like, one of the big reasons, like, I had been wanting a podcast since 2019. I had purchased a Behringer podcast studio. It cost me like $160 on Amazon, and I just had the equipment sitting around for over a year. I was going to do a sports podcast with my homeboy, and he had just had a newborn, so that didn't work out. And then I got furloughed from my job. Actually, a year ago, I got furloughed from my job, and I just had this equipment, so I just started recording. Yeah. And I had to get over the fear of me not liking the way I sound. I thought I sounded horrible. I thought I was like, to me, I was like, oh man, I can't. I would delete recordings instantly. Like, oh, I can't stand it.
Yeah. And
then people would listen to me and would be like, what is wrong with you? Like, what are you talking about? Dude, you sound good. What the heck are you talking about? Yeah. I'm like, I just don't like the way I sound. They're like, no, dude, you have a radio voice. So keep doing what you're doing.
Yep. Some people tell me I have a face for radio. So like, but I'm on YouTube anyway, yeah, right? So there. But anyways, before we get into like this series of questions, this is the smoke session. Are you smoking on anything right now, bro?
Actually, I've been smoking all day, so I'm kind of like taking a break right now.
Taking a chill out. All right, I'll smoke enough for the both of us though. So
Oh, listen. I've been hitting it up all day, man. I'm good.
right,
But
right.
believe, listen, but just so they don't think I front and then I don't get down. Yes,
There you
I
go.
do get down. Okay, I do get down. I'm 420. Yes, I am 420 friendly. And listen, that's this. I don't have no shame. I'm not embarrassed that people are like, oh, listen, I smoke.
Yeah, we don't have to hide it here in Michigan anymore. So it's all 100% legal.
Yes. Now, but see, we're here in PA is just medicinal right now.
Oh,
We're waiting for recreational. New Jersey just passed recreational, so which is a state over. But yeah, I'm waiting for here in Pennsylvania for the I do have my medicinal, so
nice. Yeah. It's good that Pennsylvania's medicinal, and a lot of states are going to the medicinal route now. Not so much the recreational route. Some states are like, we're probably not going to go the recreational route for a long time. Like I can see some states not doing it at all. But
the governor here he wants recreational here.
That's good.
He sees the money. He sees the money in it. He sees the money in it because if you follow Colorado and Washington, they've generated a lot of revenue with the pot industry. So
even the short time that it's been legalized here in Michigan, they've generated a lot of revenue. Stoners everywhere. I was listening to some of your podcasts, and we have a lot of people in common, like Maria Daniels. I haven't had the privilege to be on her podcast yet, but hopefully in the near future that will happen. And I was going over your guests, and I seen one guest in particular that really struck me, and I listened to this episode a few times, and it has a lot to do with my childhood because I grew up watching big time wrestling, WCW, WWF, all that good stuff.
My man Stevie Ray or Vince Russo?
Oh, the Vince Russo interview. I was really, really impressed with that interview. Now, how did
you know what Vince Russo? He's you being a wrestling. I'm a big wrestling fan. I'm a huge wrestling fan. I grew up watching, going to Madison Square Garden, seeing Ricky Steamboat, seeing Macho Man Randy Savage, seeing King Kong Bundy, seeing Hulk Hogan. These are who I saw growing up. Like, my older brother took me to the Garden, to the Mecca, to see wrestling, and it just, I fell in love. I've loved wrestling ever since.
Mm-hmm.
And when I was offered the opportunity to interview Vince Russo, and for those who don't know who Vince Russo is, he was the head writer at the time of the Attitude Era. He was one of the big wigs at WWE that had some of the key story with Stone Cold and The Rock and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And when he switched over to WCW and he got in front of the mic, in front of the camera and behind the mic and all that, he portrayed a real douchebag. He portrayed someone who was, you were like, oh, he's a real fucking piece of work. But when you really get to speak to him, he's funny as hell. He's down to earth, and this is what he does now, podcasting. He loves it. This is what he's focused on, and he has his network, and he's doing what he's doing, and he loves record. He's recording like almost all day, every day. He's doing so many different shows, and it was great to be able to sit down and connect with him and talk to him, and for him to be like, yo, if you need anything, if you need to talk, if you need any advice, hit me up, send me a message, shoot me an email.
Right.
And for him to do something like that, it's like, wow, cool, awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had a great time when I was talking to Vince Russo.
Yeah, that was amazing because he's like responsible for like almost the entire Monday Night War, because there was a time where he jumped from WWF over to WCW, and then he was, I think, writing over there. I'm pretty sure most of the stars, like Hollywood Hogan and all them, and were writing their own shit and writing their own scripts or whatever. But he pretty much had the big hand in the entire Monday Night War. So that was that was a good, very good interview for me to listen to. If you guys haven't listened to it, go over and check out the Stuck in My Mind podcast and listen to the Vince Russo interview. I don't know, it was amazing. It was amazing. And I also heard that you are a huge Knicks fan.
Yes, I am a huge Knicks fan.
How do you feel about the Knicks?
It's not. I'm very proud of the way they played. It's like they play great defense. They're playing some great defense. They need a couple of more offensive pieces, and they're still young, they're still growing. But now with they have a real coach. They actually have a front office that knows what the hell they're doing. And they're letting the young guys play. They're giving R.J. Barrett his shine. Julius Randle. And people don't know. Julius Randle's been in the league, what, 7 years?
Yeah.
But he's only 26 years old.
He is so good, too.
He's only 26 years old. He's just scratching the ceiling to what, and he is having a phenomenal season. He's averaging 23 points, almost 10 boards, and like 5.6 assists. No, that's why he got it. He made the All-Star team. He transformed his body this past season. He went from a disappointment last year where people were upset that the Knicks wasted money signing this guy, and he went, worked out, changed his diet, got into better shape, some of the best shape of his career, and it's shown on the court. It's really shown on the court. I'm excited, man. I'm happy for. Listen. They were projected to win 22 games.
Yep.
They've already won 20 games.
Exactly.
So I'm excited. I'm happy. I'm ecstatic. And I'm a Brooklyn boy. So you would think I would have jumped ship to the Nets. But no, I'm a Knicks fan. I'm a diehard Knicks fan. I've been a Knicks fan since 80s, since Mark Jackson, Rod Strickland. So I'll root for Brooklyn if they make the finals. Yep. I'll root for them, but I'm a Knicks fan.
You got the root for Brooklyn, like it's like a default, kind of like I have to root for the Lions, only because I'm from Michigan. Like I have to root for them, even though I don't like them.
It's not that I don't like Brooklyn, because I actually went to the first Brooklyn Nets game in Brooklyn against the Knicks, and it was great, and I love my borough. Yeah, but I'm a New York Knicks fan. I'm a New York Knicks fan. I'm a Giants fan. That's Yankee Stadium behind me. I love sports. Sports, and it's funny. You would have thought I would have went and did a sports podcast the way I love sports, but no. And I still want to do a sports podcast.
There's a lot of sports podcasts out there, though.
I know.
There's a shit ton of them out there. But I do. I love the Knicks. I'm not a Knicks fan, obviously. I'm a Lakers boy. I love it's all because of Magic. It all stems down to Michigan State. Just to let everybody know out there, it all stems down to Michigan. Yep. Magic was my idol growing up, and I was a Lakers fan ever since he was a Laker. So big ups to Magic Johnson. Love him. But yeah, when the Lakers traded Julius Randle, I threw my remote through the wall. I was pissed. Like, I did not want Julius Randle or Brandon Ingram to go anywhere. Anybody else could have left, but Julius Randle and Brandon Ingram, I wanted to stay put. And then we brought over LeBron, and then it was just, I'm not a LeBron fan. I'm a Lakers fan, but I hate LeBron James. I am glad that we got Anthony Davis, though.
Yeah. For me, I've been tortured for so long, man, being a Knicks fan, that like seeing the way they're doing things now is just amazing. I'm just so excited for the turnaround.
Yep. Now I heard in another one of your podcasts that you are a tables dealer at a casino.
Yes, I'm a table games dealer at a casino.
Okay, I don't want you to say what casino you work at. I just want to. Are you a blackjack or poker or?
That's the only thing I don't deal is poker and pie guy tiles. But I deal everything else. I deal craps, roulette, blackjack, all the carny games.
Nice.
Baccarat.
Yep. Now, what's the craziest thing you've ever seen at a casino?
Oh man, it's a lot. It's a lot of things. You see some crazy, and it's not even. Oh well, okay, I can tell this one. So I'm a dual rate. A dual rate is someone who deals occasionally or supervises dealers on occasion,
Okay.
and so I was supervising this area, and this chick just she threw up, like she just stepped back away from the table, threw up, and just continued to play.
Like nothing happened.
Like didn't go rinse out her mouth, didn't nothing, just threw up, looked at it, and went right back onto the table and started playing again. And
Wow.
so it's just some craziness, man. You see some craziness, like. So now her name. Whenever I see her, her name is Vomit Girl. So
Vomit Girl.
whenever like she's switching from a section to another section, I'm like, oh yeah, okay, here's Vomit Girl's information, and they already know who she is. So
They got VG for short, and like, hey, yo, VG.
yeah.
That's funny. Have you ever seen anybody like win it big, like win jackpot, like huge amounts of money?
Oh yeah, I've seen quite a few people. We have this thing called lucky. What is it? No, blazing sevens, and that's if your first two cards, you get the ace of diamonds, and the dealer's top card is the ace of diamonds. And some of the jackpots these people have hit, man, and there's some people that have hit that jackpot more than once. Like you wouldn't think this person could be able to hit the jackpot that many times, but there's been a couple of people who've hit it like two or three times.
Right. Wow.
And I'm talking about over $100,000 each time.
Holy shit. Yeah, I've never won that much money at a casino. I've never won any money at a casino. Like I think if I go to a casino and I win my money back, I walk out happy. I'm like, you know what? I just had fun for a few hours. You know, I got my money back. Let's go home, call it a win. But no, I've never won it big in a casino. But I don't play table games though either.
I won't like. Listen. The only game I play is craps. I don't play anything else.
Right.
I don't play blackjack. And people are like, oh, why don't you play blackjack? Because I know what I've done to people on blackjack tables.
Right.
You're not gonna have no dealer do that to me. No. I'd rather go play craps. And if it's hot, it's hot. If it's not, it's not. But I'm not with. And like I said, I've drawn 7-card 21.
Yeah.
And that's hard to do for you to draw a 7-card 21.
Right. That's ballsy too.
And it's just sometimes, man. And it's just sometimes that I'm just on fire and I just clear you off the table and
wow.
so it's one of so like when people ask me, oh, okay, what's the trick? What is it that what give me can it something you can tell me? I'm like, okay, yeah, you wanna know? Stay out the casino.
Stay out the casino. Stay the fuck home.
Stay out. You want the trick? Stay out. Yeah, that's the trick. Because if you come in, you're gonna lose, and even if when you win, you eventually give it right back.
Yep. Yeah, my girlfriend won, and she likes to play the slots, which I know when you play slots, you lose more than you win most times out of 10. But she was up. She got a little tipsy. I'm not gonna lie. Got a little tipsy, and she was up like $4,000, and then ended up giving it all back. And I was like, why? But you know, that's the heartbreaker. That's
she was up $4,000. Listen, my wife knows. I come by and she's up $4,000. She's changing that ticket.
Oh, I wasn't there. That's why.
She know. So she wouldn't. Yeah, she wouldn't let me know that she got $4,000 on the slots because
right.
it would be me going over there and her changing that ticket. And then that's it. Yeah, like we're going home now.
Yep, we're calling it a day.
She said. Actually, my wife is a big slot player as well. She doesn't play table games. She just plays slots.
Right.
And she's hit some jackpots. She's hit one for like 11,000.
Oh wow! Yeah.
And she's hit one for like 16,000. So
nice.
She's hit them.
So they are hittable. So you can't hit them.
Oh, she's hit quite a few. She's hit a couple of thousand. She's hit them.
Nice.
The most
Nice.
I've won playing on slots maybe has probably been $700-800, but then on playing craps I've won a couple of thousand.
Right. Yeah, I just don't have luck at casinos. So I just stopped. I just stopped going. That's what I do. I took your advice and I just stayed home.
Yeah, that's the best thing you can do, man.
Now, how did you get into podcasting? It's like, was it like a whole COVID thing? Like I had nothing else better to do, and you just
Yeah, like I said, no, because I had in 2019 I had bought a Behringer studio. It cost me $160 because
Yep.
I was gonna do the sports podcast with a friend.
Yep.
And I had the equipment, and he just had a newborn, so we just couldn't get together, and it just sat there with me playing with it on occasion. Then a year ago, I get furloughed from the casino, and I'm out of work for like 3 months. So that first month, I'm doing the honey to-do list while I'm home because she still has to work, but I'm
Right.
home, so I have a to-do list, and I have to get things done.
Yep.
So after I got the to-do list done, I was like, I need something to do. And I was just sitting here with my nephew, and I was on the phone with him, and I had the mixer out, and I had the laptop out, and I was sitting here I had a whole different setup. Like now I have much better equipment. Then and I can't even disrespect their equipment I had because it was decent. It did the work.
Right.
But I'm holding the phone to the mic so you can hear my nephew speak into the mic, like, and we're just having a little 5-minute conversation, and then that's how it started. But I went back, like he was like, no, we shouldn't release this. We shouldn't release this. We should wait till we get better. And I go, no, I want to release this. I want to release everything we do because I want people to see my growth. I want them to see where we're coming from and where we're at now.
Yep.
So when I re-released the first episode, I kept the first 5 minutes and added another 35 minutes of content. And I named it the introduction, reintroduction. And so it shows you where we started at to where we're at now. And it's night and day.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. I always like to go back and watch my very first episodes where I had the shitty mic and I had the shitty camera and I had the laggy computer, and it's like a reminder of where I've come from, how far I've come from there. And it's just like I usually do it when I'm like down and out and I don't really feel like doing anything, and then I'll go back and look and I'm like, look how much I've grown, and why would I want to stop? And it's just like, let's just keep growing and keep growing and keep growing and better and getting better and getting better and getting better, because you're never going to be at 100. Like perfection is a never ending or a never reaching goal.
No, you're always learning something new every day. And that's what I love about this, is that I'm growing every day. Every time I get behind this mic, I get more confident. I improve. And now I'm going to take acting lessons. I'm actually Saturday. I'm gonna do a reading with a theater group, and that's me stepping out of my comfort zone to improve. For me to take my podcast skills to another level, because you have to improve. You have to want to improve. You have to want to get better, and that's what I did. Like, while everybody else was going crazy spending that extra unemployment money, probably spending it on nonsense and stuff like that, I was investing it in myself. I was buying better equipment. I was buying a better camera. I was investing in a DSLR, in a Canon M50, and so many different things. But I invested it back into myself because this is something I love doing. So if it's something I love doing and no one's gonna do this for me, I have to want to do it. And so I just took that money and just started buying equipment. I have the Rodecaster Pro, which is it's awesome. I love it. It's a top notch.
It's one of the best mixers out there.
It's it's a godsend for podcasters, man. Like, it's cut so much time from when I originally started editing and doing other stuff, and it saves you so much time because it records in different channels. And so I love it. I love my Rodecaster Pro. I got me Audio Technica BP40 mics. They sound great. So I just invested in myself, and now I have a production company. I'm looking for programming for my radio station. I have an internet radio station that I did a soft launch in January, playing music, but that's not what I want. I want original content, and I want original shows, and I want podcasters that want to put their shows out there, and comedians who want to do sets that are not well known, and they just want the opportunity to just do a special or whatever. Bands that just want to do it. So these are things that I want to start doing, and then we're working on getting out this. Hopefully by April we'll have it relaunched with the scheduling all done, and getting all the shows, like I said, ready. But it's been an amazing year.
Yep. Yeah, it's been a year of growing, I like to say. Like, no pun intended, but it's a year of growing. And before I let you take a couple minutes and plug anything you want, do you have any advice for anybody that's out there thinking about starting a podcast, or anything for beginners or someone that just started a podcast?
Just do it. If you're on the fence and you really don't know, what is it gonna hurt for you to just try? Like, had I not tried, I would have never known how good I could be, or how good I plan on being. And just press record. Just hit the record button and just do it, because you never know. You might be really good at it. You might be really successful. I'm surprised at my numbers. Like, I didn't think I would get as many downloads as I've gotten in such a short time, in less than a year, and that's just me just organically building my brand and building my podcast, and just going out there and just doing it, man. Just the fact that I pressed that record button and just let that fear go that I sound horrible. It opened up so many different things for me. So my advice is just to not be afraid, and if you are, just hit the record button and just start talking.
Right. Yeah. Just don't be afraid. Like, step out of your comfort zone for a little bit and just go for it. It's basically all you can do is just go for it. That's with anything, not just podcasting. It's with anything in life. Just visualize what you have and go for it. I kind of got spiritual for a little bit.
Oh no! Listen, I actually had if you check out my episode I did with my friend, I call it the Realtor King, and we had a great conversation. We talked about manifestation, we talked about goal setting, and that episode, another friend of ours from high school, because me and this guy we've been friends since high school, and he's one of the hottest real estate guys in Brooklyn, killing it right now. And a friend of ours heard our conversation and heard us talk about manifestation and talking about goal setting and what we envision and how we plan our days. And it inspired her and she had been on the fence about starting her own business. It inspired her, like, to hear two of her former classmates talking about growth and building and manifestation and all that. It just inspired her to go and take the leap and start her own business. And she sent me a message and she told me this, and that was just like amazing to me. Right. It's like, if I can touch one person and have an effect on their lives where they're taking a risk that they've been on the fence about, and they just needed to hear me say something, and for them to take that risk, it's like humbling. It's like you realize, like, wow, you have some kind of influence. You can help people. You can show people the way. You can be that voice for people that they need to hear to inspire them to do great things.
Right. Yep. It's kind of how I started my podcast. It was to help people with like conditions, like with medical conditions that can be treated with marijuana, like insomnia or depression, even PTSD, cancer, stuff like that can be treated with marijuana. And that's the reason why I jumped onto the marijuana scene for Oops Caught Me Smoking. But I want to thank you for coming on to the show. Thank you for taking a half an hour out of your day to come hang out with me and talk a little bit. Go Knicks, and go ahead and plug your show. Tell the people where they can find you, and like Instagram, Facebook, and all that good jazz.
All right. Well, I'm on all major platforms. I'm on Spotify, iTunes, Google. I just got on Pandora recently. Finally, I'm on iHeartRadio. I'm on everything. So it's stuck on my mind podcast. You can also check us out on our Real Wize TV on YouTube. I release my inspirational quotes daily. It's a little video that I do where I'm reading an inspirational quote because it's something I started on Facebook, was posting quotes, and people used to actually really be into it. And they used to, like, if I didn't post a quote, I would get a message from someone shoot me a text message or something and be like, yo, you didn't post the quote today. I'm looking for it. Like, so I decided to again step out of my comfort zone and do a video version of it, and I started posting it on our YouTube channel, which is again Real Wize TV. You can definitely check us out on our Patreon page at www.patreon.com, Real Wize Productions. I'm on Instagram at Wize_B_blunt. On Twitter, I'm Wize_B_blunt. And you can check out my webpage at my website at www.stuckinmymind2020.com. And yeah, that's it. I think that's all my links, I think.
Nice. He's everywhere, guys. Everywhere.
Yeah, I'm everywhere. I'm trying to get into everything.
Nice.
Oh yeah. Oh, let me not forget. We just started a Teespring store as well. Real Wize Productions. So definitely you can check us out on the Teesprings or whatever.
Nice. Yeah, I have a lot of podcast friends that are starting to get their own clothing line out there now too. And I'm just like, maybe I should dabble in that a little bit, but I don't know. We'll see. Maybe in the future.
No, you have to, because if you really think, for people who think that if you're going to come into podcasting and you're going to make money off your podcast that fast, no.
Think again. I always tell people
you got to find other ways. You got to find other methods, and it's now within the last couple of months I've been picking up affiliates, but it's people that I've actually done shows with. Like, they've been on my show and they start launch programs, and they've come to me and they're like, hey, listen, I want you to be a part of this affiliate program for me. And so to me, that was also humbling because they want me to represent their brand. They feel enough confidence in me to offer me an opportunity to help build their brand and represent their brand. So it's great, man. I love this. That's
awesome. That's awesome. I'm glad to hear it. All right, guys, that's it for the smoke session. Thanks for tuning in and clicking that play button as always. And you can catch Oops Caught Me Smoking on Facebook and Twitter at Oops Caught Me Smoking, or strike that, reverse it. You can catch me on Facebook and Instagram at Oops Caught Me Smoking, all one word, and Twitter at OCMS_podcast. And also check out the podcast over on YouTube and Spotify and wherever you like to listen to your podcast. You know all that stuff because you're listening right now. But thank you again, Wize, for coming on to the show and hanging out with me and taking some time out of your day. And very appreciative for that.
I appreciate you, man, and I'm looking forward to Saturday because you're recording my show.
That's right. Yeah. Yep. Saturday I will be on the Stuck in My Mind podcast. So yeah, look out for that.
Yes.
Nice. But all right, guys. Have a good one. I love y'all. Stay up. Peace.
Scene 1, Apple, take 1.
You wanna get high?
That's right.
Smoking, you got me 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 smoking, some